Welcome back to another GB camper conversions video tour of a micro camper conversion that we've done on a Citroen Berlingo. So this one's built on the wheelchair access vehicle, or people call it the WAV for short. So we get that little bit of extra storage, but what we have to do to start with is we have to put a false floor in there so that we've got a solid base to work on, so we can put the conversion inside. This is the floor now level, which is level with the original floor, but what you do get, which is an added bonus in these, is some underfloor storage. So we make this one the full length of the vehicle, but we build a frame to start with, and then we put a partition board up there, up the center, and then about halfway on that left hand side we cut the depth so that it's only sort of half as deep up the left hand side, but a full length on the right hand side. So with the full length, you've just got to be careful. Obviously it's for long items so that you can still reach them, but the shorter pocket there, you can put whatever you like in there, and that's a great little bit of extra storage, especially in these small vans. So the main conversion itself is very similar to the ones that we've done previously, as in it's got the L-shaped seating. This one we've tailored round a customer's specific requirement, and that was to get the small dog cage in the side loading door. So this side loading door is where the small cage is going to live. Now the dog isn't going to be in there whilst they're travelling, it's just purely and simply when they're on site and they go to bed at night, then that's where the dog will be in there, so that it's next to the owner. But then what it also allows is that if the dog's not going, you've then got access into this side loading door, and with the unit being a little narrower there and that bench seat being slightly narrower as well, you can get clear access now into the side loading door and through the back, which helps massively with getting in and out of these particular vehicles with the wheelchair access. So because of this quite a high step for you to get into the vehicle, I mean that's quite a high step, but obviously when you want to pull this door shut, which is ultimately what you want to do on the night, I just think personally it's easier to shut this door from the outside and then go in through the side and shut that door in then behind you. This is okay for opening from the inside because it does have the push button on there, but I just think in terms of doing this action, which I'm going to try and attempt to show you, is putting that one leg up there and pulling that door in. I've got to try and get that leg in now whilst the door's coming down. So I mean, I'm not a gymnast, but I don't think you'd need to be, but I think it would be awkward, let's put it like that. So yeah, you get so far, you're going to let it come down. I'm going to have to get in the vehicle now and then pull that strap. So it does work, it's just a little bit more awkward than if you've got the regular vehicle. This isn't that high, and believe it or not, that little bit of difference there makes quite a big difference for you to try and get your leg up and get into the van and pull that door down, but you can. And then of course when you're in and that back door's down, like I say, even if that's locked, we can still get out of the side loading door just over there. So in terms of what we get in the conversion then, like I say, it's the L-shaped seating. They've got a couple of extras. One is the partition curtains, which if you've seen some of our videos previously, you'll have seen them already. They are made for the T5, which we buy from our supplier. The rail just needs to be trimmed down slightly, but the curtains are a perfect length, perfect width, and they work an absolute treat in any small van if you want to put them across the back window here, or to partition the cab off from your sort of habitation area. They work absolutely fine. In terms of another extra that they had was the window storage boxes, which we get driver side and passenger side, with the table rail on. Well, the table is situated at the back here, which I'll show you later, and then we get the one on the passenger side as well. So a nice setup, you know, nice and simple. You get your two doors on the storage unit, which I'm going to get out now. So getting out, like I say, even though this is a WAV, is you press the button and push the door, let the dampers take it up. You know, it's not too bad because you can just step out. You might want to pop a little step outside the back door just to assist you, but it's simple enough to get out. It's just the getting in and shutting the door at the same time, it might be a little bit tricky. Yeah, so storage wise on this unit then, I've opted for the two longer doors so you can get taller items in there, and then the one this side has got a shelf midway, just tucked around the corner. So again, leaving, because of this seat and where it's situated, we couldn't bring this door this much further because you just simply wouldn't be able to open it. So like I say, we can make the conversion to tailor the needs of the customer. This is their request, so this is what we go for. It was for the dog crate, so keeping access as well so that they can get through that side loading door, window storage boxes, and the vertical taller doors on the kitchen unit. The width of this seat here again was going to be determined by how big the dog crate was, but the bed works in exactly the same way. Now what we have done is a different style on the seat boxes. So as you can see, again, this was asked for by the customer, which is it doesn't make any difference to us when we're building them, is to have the same furniture board used on the seat sides as what we use for the cabinets. So you've got this one on this side, and over the opposite side, but the opposite side also has this, and that's the little storage cooker pocket that we make. And again, we made it out of the same furniture board just so that it ties in with everything else. The fronts stay the same, which are carpeted, and they operate in exactly the same way as well. So the bed's working the same way as normal. We pull that front out, we drop that cushion in, the front extends forwards, and that cushion then drops in there. But this little tweak that we've made on this particular van, I think could be something that we'll start doing more often in the future as well. Yeah, so the bed's set up now, and obviously what that does is restricts access to the unit through those two vertical doors, through the two big doors. So what we've done and what we've decided to do on this one, and I know we've put a lift up hatch on other worktops before, but this was completely on purpose, that this very small section just happens to be right above the shelf that's in this unit. So the doors are shut, the bed is down, your lift up hatch, you now put what you need to get to, say first thing in the morning, your tea, your coffee, your little kettle, you've got access to your cooker over there. You drop them in here on this shelf, the bed can stay down, you just reach in, grab what you need. You also get this extra bit of worktop in the lift up table, pop your little cooker on there, get your tea and coffee out, make yourself a brew, stay in bed for the morning. I mean, that sounds like a good idea. Like I said earlier, the table's situated on the back, so we do try and find a place for everything so that it's neatly stowed away. Obviously, space is key in a small van like this, so we try to get everything in places to make up that space. So there's the table, it's on the pivoting leg, we're pressing the button in, that'll lock out, we're clipping it on the rail, adjust that leg, and then you get your little dining table inside as well. So you get your lift up table at the end of the unit, and then you get your dining table in there as well. And that's just a standard feature that we do on all our micro campers. And simply take it off the rail. You probably have to drop that leg back down again, and then it just stows away at the end of the unit there. There's a turnbuckle just to stop it from sliding around, and then that's nicely stowed away. So if you've got this far into the video, if you can like and subscribe it for us, it does help the channel massively. Obviously we're trying to grow it and trying to get people to see just some of the features that we do in our micro campers. We are GB Camper Conversions. We've got a website. You can go on there and see some of the pictures of the vans that we've done before. You can make inquiries on there. But look, get out there, do some camping. It's good. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.